everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer and today is a Will I Buy It? Also possibly a salty Saturday, Sunday, whenever this goes up. My schedule's been a little thrown off. Things have been a little hectic lately. In fact, I was supposed to have one for October, yet didn't. So this is the Will I Buy It October, November. Also to be called what we are buying for spring, because although it is not yet Thanksgiving, we need to plan what we're wearing in March. Don't know why, but that's the way it goes. So what I do is talk about things that are coming, whether I'm going to purchase them or not. I'm going to tell you right now, my goal is to have a low buy after holiday. So once we get into December, my plan is really not to pick up very much. There's a couple of brands that I'm going to purchase from Dior, Tom Ford, and Chanel. The others are going to kind of go by the wayside. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick to that. I'm going to do my best. There is always, I know, an interest in great new products, but honestly, at this point, I feel a little shopped out, and I also feel like I'm not getting to enjoy, and I've said this a couple times, the things that I already have. So, I follow Chic Profile Official, Weezy0315, Trend Mood 1, Angel Naked 1, and numerous others on Instagram. And I'll make sure all their information, their names pop up, and when I post the pictures, they will be from their accounts. Their information is also in the description box, so you can go follow them as well. Let's go to Tavia's page. So, Chic Profile Official. She has everything there is to know about what is coming, and I'm telling you, there's some great stuff. Even though I just said I don't want to buy more, but there is great stuff coming. First, Tom Ford. I am aware and was aware for a while, thanks to a bunch of great people out there, that there's a lot of cool stuff coming from Tom Ford in quote spring. Quote spring means January. January, February, March, and April, there's actually a bunch of things coming from Tom Ford that I'm very interested in. There are going to be fragrance-associated launches. There are going to be quads that have like the pink cases, the red cases, those types of things. And then there'll be more creme formula quads, which I'm very much looking forward to. So excited about all of that. And I can tell you that I am definitely going to pick up the Tom Ford launches because, again, as I just said, Tom Ford, Chanel, Dior, they're sort of my central three, and I plan on getting the things that are launched that I like. There may be some formulas or there may be some color stories that I'm not interested in, but for the most part, if you look at the pictures from Tavia, hopefully I'm showing the one that has the like entire collection of things that are coming out that go along with Rose Prick, the fragrance. I think that alone is really gorgeous, and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be a lot more than that, and I'm not going to talk about it yet because I don't want my channel taken down. Tavia actually reached out to me just a little while ago as I'm filming this and mentioned, and I just want to mention it to everyone here on the channel in case you're looking for it. Her account was blocked because of one of the things she posted about Dior, and she won't be able to use it until Monday the 14th. This should go up before that. So if you're looking for her page, that's what's going on. I just wanted to let everybody know. And yeah, I'm going to post about it as well because I love Tavia's page, and of course follow her all of the time. So hopefully they put it back up in a couple of days and she's all good. But this is why we have to be careful about posting and why I have a Patreon page when I do post things. And there's going to be spring things over there, frankly, before spring. Just heads up. Let's talk about Chanel tweeds. And I know we're all sick of Chanel tweeds and the quads, right? Everything that happened with the quads this year. But we're not talking about the quads. We're talking about the blushes. And I can tell you that there are, my understanding, 6 tweed blushes that are coming out for spring. I see tweed Evanescent, Pink, Fuchsia, and Paradise. I believe there are 6. I only am aware of 4 shades. The thing that I will tell you is that I have Pink Paradise, which is also coming. I have Tweed Beige, which I don't see on here but could be coming. I have Tweed Pink, which is on here. And I have Tweed Rose, which is not on here. So the ones that I don't have Tweed Fuchsia and I don't have Tweed. It looks to me like Evanescence. Could be Evanescent. Anyway, so those are the shades. I have 4 shades currently. So it's possible that the other 2 shades that are missing from this picture, and I don't have the names, are the rose and the beige, which I have. That's possible. So that would mean this is technically a re-release. These weren't released in the United States. So although you could pick them up in Italy or you could pick them up in, I think Germany had them and France had them. I don't think the UK had them. I think different parts of the world have had these tweed blushes before, but I don't think it's the UK, and I know it's not the US. So if you don't have them, again, you know, they're worth picking up. The thing about the tweed blushes that I have anyway is that they're a very ethereal, light, soft look. You lose the tweed color differential, like the fact that there's a light shade and a deeper shade as you move through it. But the shimmer and the glow that comes with the blushes, it is really beautiful. And I do like the formula. But I just want to make you aware that it's not, the ones I have are not particularly pigmented. They're less pigmented than the Chanel blushes of old. Okay, so Suku Spring. Again, I don't even have Suku Holiday yet, guys. I've ordered it, I am getting it, and I'm gonna actually do a video. I'm gonna have a very large haul video coming up. I'm gonna do a Sephora haul video. Hopefully it'll be up soon, just to show you the things I did pick up, and there's some new things in there that I wanna talk about. But I also have like a special haul video that I'm gonna do. I don't like to do haul videos too often because I'm kind of like, I don't wanna be like, look what I got. But at the same time, I wanna show you what I picked up because I want you to know I'm buying these things with my own money. These are the things that I think are worth it in case you want to buy them too. That's kind of my purpose of being here. So, okay, let's move on from that and talk about Suku Spring. Again, don't have holiday yet, but I'll review it for you when I get it. Suku Spring looks stunning, looks beautiful, looks springy. I'll pick up the quads. I will probably pick up a lip or two. Mascara, colored mascara. I'm not picking up any more colored mascara. I have enough. The liners that they do in Suku are really good. They're unusual colors usually and are worth getting if you like a liquid liner. If you don't like a liquid liner, don't get it. Pretty simple, right? But I would say that the blushes that are in here, and again, I don't know exactly what they're going to release, but the blushes and the eyeshadows, they're always more beautiful than they look in the promo photos. I always look at the photos, I'm like, eh. And then honestly, I get them, I'm like, they're my favorite things ever. Formulas are amazing. The shades are different. Suku, if you ever watch my channel, come to the United States. I'm telling you, you have a market here. You already have a market here, and we'd love to see them in person. Okay, next. This is not spring, believe it or not. This is, Lisa Eldridge came up with the most beautiful looking eyeshadow. They're palettes, because there's 6 shades. I was about to say quints, but they're not. Stunning. I want them all. I want every single one of them. I asked you guys what you wanted me to pick up on Instagram, and guess what you told me? Every single one of them. Which I appreciate. You think that I can buy them all at once. Which technically I guess I could do. I have picked up Cinnabar, Sorcery. Of course you know I was going to pick up Sorcery. And Vega. I am thinking about Muse and Myth. I know it's ridiculous to pick up 5 eyeshadow palettes, but you seem to want me to do it. I also did pick up Enchantment, Rain, and was it Sorcery? I forget the other shade. I think it's Sorcery. The deeper shade of lipstick and the liners that go with them. So I feel like I got enough, but at the same time, I'm always impressed with Lisa Eldridge's talent, her ability to recognize the importance of listening to her market. Frankly, I think she pays attention to what customers want, which I think is great. I think she has a mastery of actual, artistry in the makeup that she does. Her products, I, for the most part, love. There's a few things that I do not like that she's come out with, but nobody likes everything. And I am just always impressed by her level of, what's what I'm looking for. Like when I posted about this, I posted that, I was going to pick up, asking all of you which ones I should pick up. And she wrote back on Instagram, thanks so much. I said, congratulations on the launch. She was like, I'm very excited. Thank you. Now, do I think it's Lisa herself? Probably not. I'm sure she has a team of people who do that. But the point is, her team, under the guidance of her and the leadership of her, makes an effort to do that. And I've heard great things about the customer service as well. That goes a tremendous way with me, and I think with most people. We can buy all kinds of products. There's lots of brands out there. There's a lot of makeup. What differentiates you? The way you treat people. So that is one of the reasons I'm inclined to pick up all 5 of them. And I'll let you know what I decide to do. Burberry. Burberry, guys. I linked about this. This is the holiday holiday, what year is it? Holiday 2022. At least it's holiday. I gotta give it to Burberry. One of the reasons I'm like, hey, I'm gonna buy this is because I'm like, it's not spring. Thank you. Thank you for not introducing your holiday collection until it's, you know, at least closer to holiday. The one thing I don't like is that I didn't even realize it was coming. Like I knew it was coming, but I didn't, when it popped up, I was like, oh, it's already here. Okay. So the thing I would tell you about this is that this is the 9-pan palette. This is the same display as the Runway. I think it was called Runway palette that came out before that sold out immediately and then you could never get it again. I don't know if this is going to happen with this one. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if they're going to be like, oh yes, it's going to come out and then you're never going to see from it, you know, see it again. But I loved that palette. Use it all the time. This color story is a little different. It doesn't have the like the reds and the deeper burgundy kind of shades. It's got green instead. The minute I saw green, I was like, I'm done. There are 3 lipstick shades. I did not pick any of them up. They all look really pretty though. I kind of want them. But the reason I didn't is because the eyeshadow palette, just the palette, the 9-pan palette, is $115. I'm pretty sure last year it was between 70 and 90, and I'll be honest, and I'll have to go back and look. But it's a lot more money. It's a lot more money. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy a $43 lipstick on top of it. So I was like, nope. But I did buy the 9-pan, and I will do a review as soon as I have it. All right, let's go over to, and I hope it's Wizhe or Wiz, it's probably Wiz or something that I can't pronounce. And thank you, and I do appreciate you guys, you know, sending me like notes about how to pronounce things. I do look things up and I do try to pronounce them correctly. There's something to do with the way that my body, like my brain processes sound. I will practice it, I will learn how to say it correctly, and then when I go to do it, it just doesn't, like I do not remember. So the way that works for me to remember how to pronounce a word is that I have to write it out, I have to sound it out, I have to write it out, I have to practice quite a bit. Writing is not a problem. Like how to spell it, no problem at all. That I can memorize. Like I have sort of a, not a photographic memory, but if I read something and I see it, I can remember how it's written. Pronunciation though has always been just something that doesn't necessarily translate. I have to practice. So for, you know, those of you who say I don't pronounce the Italian words and the French words, that's absolutely correct. I don't. I don't. And if I spent time on it, I think absolutely I could. But to be honest with you guys, with an 80-hour week, there's just no way. So bear with me. I'll do my best to try to pronounce things when I can, but that's where we're at. The Wizhe 0315 had similar collections that talked about Tom Ford Spring, Chanel Spring. We'll get to the Chanel quad in a minute, which I think look really lovely. And there's also a lot of Dior Spring. And again, I'll get to that in just a sec. So I think, you know, there's a lot out there for spring that's going to be very pretty. I still think it's too early. Talking about Dior, there is a Dior 10 eyeshadow palette coming in spring. And at first everyone thought it was like a face and eye palette. My understanding now is it's just an eye palette. And the thing is, there's 2 of them. There's not just one. There's also a lipstick that goes with it, and there's a compact. I think it's a powder that goes with it as well. It does have, it's the Mitza kind of, you know, like leopard print. Will I pick them up? Yes, I will, because I think they're really beautiful, and I'm going to be getting Dior stuff. So there you go. I am a big Dior fan. And in that vein, one of the things I almost picked up for the holidays, but I stopped myself because I went, you know, Jen, that's just, no. There is this La Collection Privé from Christian Dior. It is a Dior, it's not an advent calendar. They say it's an advent calendar, but it's like, it's more than an advent calendar. This thing has so many beautiful things in it. It's just unbelievable. There are full size, well, not, they're like smaller size Privé perfumes. There's candles, there's ornaments, there's soaps, it's just stunning. And it's made out of wood. It's supposedly like it's huge. It looks like the outside of the Christian Dior building, I guess. Yeah, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Would you like to know how much it is? It's $3,500. $3,500 for an advent calendar, which is why I said it's not an advent calendar. Look guys, I have expensive taste and I absolutely love this thing, but I don't know what in the world Dior was thinking coming up with a $3,500 advent calendar when people can't afford food. I mean, seriously. Like, gas prices are on the rise, the economy is having all kinds of problems, there's things going on all over the world. Inflation is like an all-time high. Where does Dior go? What do they say to Chanel after Chanel's debacle with their advent calendar last year for $1,500 or whatever it was? They're like, yeah, hold my beer. $3,500. Okay. I'm over that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. It looks like a dollhouse. I absolutely would love to have it. I'm not spending $3,500. Just not. It's not happening. So Chanel Spring, because let's go back to spring. Why not? So Chanel Spring looks really nice. Delice, Delices. I feel like that name has, I think Chanel has done something with that name before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they have. I'll have to look that up, like way back when I used to work for them, which was 25 years ago. So, you know, hey guys. But you know what it looks like to me? It looks like the Guerlain Holiday quad, which by the way is stunning. If you haven't picked it up yet, it's worth picking up. But if that's what it looks like to me, it looks very much like that quad. So yeah, I'll get it because I'm going to buy the Chanel and Dior and Tom Ford holiday, but I mean spring, but yeah, just interesting. It does look like that to me. That's what I get when Tasha Denona Retro Glam. I did pick it up. I will be doing a review and I'll be talking about it soon because I got it at the Sephora sale. So you guys will hear about that shortly. So let's talk about Guerlain for a second. As you can see in my background, that is the Guerlain advent calendar from last year. I love it. I think it's stunning. This year's calendar looks exactly like that calendar, except I think it's more ornate. There's like gold on the roof and all that good stuff. I don't know if I'm picking it up or not because it is the exact same contents pretty much. There's like 5 different things. Like there's same perfume, soaps, whatever, but they're different kinds. If I do get it, I will do a review. And this year when I do a review, I did one last year. You guys didn't like it because I had to be rushed about it and I didn't go through every drawer. This year, if I do a review, if I pick it up, I will go through a review of what's in every single drawer. Don't you worry. There is the Shalimar Millésime. It's as close as I can get, guys. Millésime Tonka, which is basically, Shalimar the last couple of years has been doing like a special Shalimar. There was the Shalimar Vanilla last year, which I did not pick up. This year's the Shalimar Tonka. I should have picked up the vanilla last year. That was really stupid. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The Tonka one is out. It's come up. It's been on like Selfridges a couple of times. The Guerlain boutique in Vegas is, I think, going to get some bottles. So be on the lookout for it. If it pops up on the Guerlain website, grab it quickly because these are very limited edition and they're selling out like that. Like literally they're online for 5 minutes and then they're gone. So if you're interested in it, if you love Shalimar and you want a special edition, those are worth picking up because they will. This is not me like, hey, go get them because they'll sell out. You won't be able to get them. But there's also a number of limited edition items that Guerlain does, and they are like their special bottles. So it's the Imagine Guerlain. So Imagine came out, I think it was 2019. There was a bunch of new additions to the Guerlain perfume line, and this was based on, I believe, John Lennon's song, Imagine. And it's a perfume that now is discontinued. So it has been reintroduced with this stunning, I mean stunning, bottle. It's 2022 edition. It's a Guerlain B bottle, and it's actually a piece that's been partially designed by Parisian jewelers, Triskeli. So I think, this is a very limited edition item. I believe, make sure I have the numbers right, 3,960 pieces, and that's it. So worldwide. It's definitely a collector's item. It's not something that I would say everybody is going to want to pick up. Obviously, it's very expensive, but it's something that is beautiful. And if you love Guerlain, then it might be something you're interested in. $690, by the way, for the advent calendar. So something to consider about, like if you're looking for a very special item for your loved one. So the Imagine Guerlain bottle is $650. So you might be like, well, that's, quite a bit of money. And absolutely it is. There is no doubt. But I will tell you, there are other exceptional pieces by Guerlain that are even more expensive. So the Imagine bottle is at least, in a range that is similar to like the Advent calendar and everything. For example, the Black Bee Prestige Edition bottle, which is by Baumer and Baccarat, by the way, doesn't even have a price and literally says contact an expert to buy. It's a beautiful bottle. It's really unique. It's literally faceted like a diamond the way that it's been created. And Baccarat does amazing things. But again, a very pricey and limited edition. So there are, the Dior's out there with their $3,500 calendar, and Guerlain has special edition bottles. The Imagine bottle, $650. I can give you an idea. Some of the exceptional bottles that they've had, other types of bottles, have been like $12,000 to $40,000. Yes, you heard me, $12,000 to $40,000 for their exceptional items. So there are there are things out there that are just, you know, beyond expensive. Oh, I didn't mention that Ismea Beauty has a new collection, and there's an eyeshadow palette that's shaped like a wheel. There are lipsticks. Just looking here to make sure I have everything right. Yes, we have Diamond Lip Glow lipsticks in a number of different shades, highlighter, mascara, and the Pressed Pigments palette. November 3rd, so they're already available. I have not picked up anything from the new Ismea collection. I really liked the collection, the lip lacquer and the eyeshadow palette, and actually I'm using it and I think it's really beautiful. I think it's outside some people's comfort zones, and that's okay, but I think it is unique, and I think she did a really good job in the creation of it. I think it's actually quite beautiful. So if that's something you're interested in, that is available. The Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes, I did a video on it. I'll tell you guys, I've heard different opinions about this. I've heard some people say the shades are all very similar and it's not really, you know, eclectic enough. I've heard other people say it's exactly what they want for every day. Here's the thing. It's a personal preference. Like, what do you like? I said in my video, I think there's some people who are going to this is going to be like their favorite thing, because it is. The shades are all very similar, and you can sort of mix and match, and it's very simple to use. And there's a lot of people out there, frankly, who don't want a glam look every day and don't really like a complicated makeup look. They want something that just works for them. I think it does. I actually like the palette. I think it's really pretty. I think it does look like the Tom Ford Metal Lust, but you know, some people didn't like the Tom Ford Metal Lust, so that's okay. I still think though it'll go on sale, or I think, how about this? I think at a reduced price, it fits better. So, I mean, again, it's all about like what you feel comfortable with in price terms, but I did pick it up. I did a review on it, and I think it's a good product. Not my favorite, but I think it's good. One other thing I do want to mention, I can't find the pictures right now, but I'll make sure they're up, you know, when I go to edit the video. Dior, in addition to their $3,500 trunk advent calendar thing, also has like holiday gift sets. They have the Privé collection, which are like smaller bottles of their Privé perfumes, scents. There's actually quite a few Dior scents that I really like in their Privé collection, so those are really nice. There is a candle set that they have for the holiday, which is beautiful, and they also have a holiday ornament set that's really nice. The price points, I'll make sure, are down below. They are pricey because it's Dior. But if you're looking for something that's not $3,500 and you don't want to get the advent calendar like this, the regular advent calendar that Dior has, I think that those are lovely gifts. Again, definitely on the pricey side, but you know, depending on what you're looking for somebody, that might be something that you're interested in. I'm sure that I have forgotten something in today's Will I Buy It? For the next couple months, I am going to be very tailored in what I buy, really trying to stick to the Dior, Tom Ford, Chanel kind of grouping. There, you know, when Lisa Eldridge came out with her collection, I was like, well, I have to get that. I believe that Sonia G is going to have some brushes for holiday. Probably going to get those. So there are things, you know, that I'm picking up. But once we get through like the end of the year, the first part of the year where it's really spring releases, I'm really trying to concentrate on doing some videos for you guys about like the collections that I already have and some of the comprehensive nature of like all the Chanel and Dior and all that kind of good stuff. And I'd also love to hear what you'd like to see. I've heard from you that you want a luxury bag collection video. Awesome. I'll do that for you guys. But throw out to me like what else you'd like to see. You know, I've got some ideas. I'm starting to plan them out. But sometimes I don't have as much time to be able to sit back and be like, okay, you know, what would you want to see other than a new release or a mini update, that type of thing. So hit me up. Let me know what you're interested in seeing, and I'll make sure I'm adding it to the list. So let me know if I missed anything today. I'm sure I did. Or something that you're interested in hearing, whether I have any intent on buying. Just put it down in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.
Yeah.